Welcome to the Quick and Carry Kitchen. My name is Kristen Madreen, and today I'm here to be your encourager. I want to encourage you to take your Instant Pot out of the box. Usually here at the Quick and Carry Kitchen, we do Take Your Instant Pot to Work Day. But today we want to encourage those of you who still have one thing in the box, or those of you who are still a little afraid to use your Instant Pot. We're here to encourage you and give you something very seasonal and very easy to make in your Instant Pot. I want to welcome all of you who are joining us live. Please comment to let us know where you're joining us from. And I also want to welcome any of you that join us after the live broadcast of the show. We're so glad that you've tuned in. I have a couple of announcements to make. The best one is that next week we're going to do a giveaway here on our live show. So we're going to give away one of our Quick and Carry bags, and I know you'll want to be here to win one of these. You can win a 6 or an 8 quart just by showing up and being here with us next week and putting your name down in the comments. We'll be able to do a giveaway for one of our great Quick and Carry bags, and you're going to want one of these because they're very cool and they allow you to not only store your Instant Pot, but to take your Instant Pot, which is why we usually do the Take Your Instant Pot to Work Day. Today, though, is for those who are skeptical, borderline, not sure what to do or how to do it. I'm here to encourage you to take it out and use it. So I was a little skeptical, too, when I first got an Instant Pot. I had a couple friends that were using them, one that was kind of like an evangelist for the Instant Pot, and I am a really great cook. I'm a trained chef, and I love to cook, and so I thought, I don't really need one. But then as we started to make the bags here at Quick and Carry where I work, I decided, well, I'm going to learn how to use the Instant Pot, and I'm really glad I did. And here's the reason why. The Instant Pot is not a replacement for everything in your kitchen, although some people find that it is for them. But what it is an excellent helper. It can make food so you can go away and do other things while it's cooking. And it also has an excellent feature, and that is the texture of the food it makes is excellent. So things like potatoes, beans, some of the meats that you make in it, although not all of them, some people complain about it. There are still many things that you can do with your Instant Pot that will make your life easier. So for those of you who were skeptical, I wanted to just tell you that as a former skeptic, I really love my Instant Pot and use it a lot. So if you haven't taken yours out of the box, you can find online already many, many wonderful tutorials on how to use it. And the Instant Pot people and all of the people associated in blogs and writers, cookbook authors, everyone will tell you to do the water test before you use your Instant Pot. And I think that's a great idea. You should, because it allows you to get familiar with how it works. So there are wonderful tutorials on that. You can also do, the first thing that you could do is to make hard-boiled eggs. And eggs in the Instant Pot are a wonderful way to get used to the settings, the steam, the taking the manual or the quick release off. The eggs are really a wonderful thing to do, and it only takes you 15 minutes, and come on, how badly can you mess up a dozen eggs, right? It's a cheap and easy way to try your Instant Pot. So again, online you can find a number of tutorials, videos, blog posts about how to do eggs in the Instant Pot. They do come out beautifully, and they are very easy to peel, and that's what a lot of people like about doing eggs in their Instant Pot. Yes, you can certainly do eggs on your stove, but the ease of peeling is something that is appealing to a lot of the people that use this for their Instant Pot. So I'm going to check in and see how many people we've got joining us right now. Anybody here today? Hello, Amy. How are you? Glad to see you. Oh, now I'm having technological issues. Andy, hello. Nice to see you today. I want to shout out to anybody who's joining us. Well, I am having a technological issue. I'm back to the support page. Let's go here and see if I can find my myself. There we go. Okay, so do the water test, make some eggs. They're too cheap and too hard to ruin. And then the other thing that I would suggest making first or next after the eggs is some potatoes. And I was astonished the first time that I made just your basic Idaho potato. I halved them or quartered some of them, threw them in the Instant Pot with some water, went outside, put the steaks on the grill, came back, checked on my Instant Pot potatoes, and found that when they were done, they were the most perfect texture of any potato I'd ever made. That was really selling to me, was that I could make potatoes so easily. I could time it so that they would be done right when I wanted them done. And I've done it a couple of times. And you can, if you put a steak on a grill or if you're going to pan fry a steak, I did a steak in my cast iron frying pan, and I had some pan juices left. I took some of the Instant Pot potatoes, cooked them in those pan juice potatoes, and my son walked in, tasted them, and said, "Mom, that's the most delicious potatoes you've ever made in my whole life." And I knew it must have been the secret was the pan juices were delicious, but also the texture of those potatoes coming out of the IP, they were just fabulous. So that really convinced me to keep going and to keep trying and to get better at using my Instant Pot. So one of the things that happened on the very first time I used it, the night I made eggs, was the steam that comes out once you've put the lid on and you put manual, let's say you put it on for 5 minutes because you're going to be making eggs. What happens is it takes a while for the pressure to come up, and in order for there to be pressure in the pot, there has to be liquid, and then it comes up to pressure, and right before it starts to time its cook, there is going to be a steam release, and it sounds like a big and then it stops. And that way, you know that your pot is getting ready to begin cooking. It has achieved its pressure, the steam is within it, the little button on the top seals, and you're good to go. So the first few times you hear that sound, you think, oh, have I done something wrong? But no, actually, that sound tells you that you've done it perfectly, and everything is about to begin to cook in the Instant Pot. So that was one of the things that was confusing to me. The second time I used my Instant Pot, I hadn't sealed it correctly. The seal ring on the inside of the lid was not correct. I had gotten it to shut, but it still wasn't working correctly. And it tried to get up to pressure, and it just kept making a noise. And I thought, okay, the Instant Pot is letting me know that I haven't done it right. So all you have to do in a case like that is turn it off. Wait for it to cool for a few moments using a mitt. Take your lid off, set it aside, and then once it's cool, take your rings out and either put in a new ring, which you should keep extras around, or just make sure that the ring is correctly applied to the steel ring around the lid, and then you can begin again. And it is these kinds of helps that Instant Pot has built into the way this works that helps you as the new Instant Pot cook get comfortable and figure out how to use it. But what I really want to encourage you about is that you can't mess this up. You can't do something horribly wrong. You can't ruin all of your food. And if you start small with inexpensive things like potatoes, eggs, and today apples, you'll get much more comfortable for when you go to a more advanced recipe. So the other thing I just want to encourage you about is, again, the safety features. You cannot remove the lid of the Instant Pot until the steam is gone. And if you've tried, you find out that you cannot take it off until the steam has been released. So in Instant Pot speak, you have the quick release, which is just once the cooking is done, you turn the toggle and all the steam comes out, or natural release, and that is you just walk away from the pot when it's done cooking. It'll naturally undo its own steam over time, and the steam will naturally release, and then you can, after 5, 10, or even 15 minutes, the pot is still keeping everything warm, and then you can do a release of the toggle, and you'll get a little bit of the release of the the steam that's still left in there, but it won't be as strong and it won't go on for as long. And it's all perfectly safe. You need to keep your face away from the steam as it's coming out, and everyone recommends that you turn your Instant Pot so all that steam isn't going into your cupboard. Some people put their Instant Pot on their stove and use their vent so that when the Instant Pot vents, it just goes out through your stove vent. Okay, does anybody have any questions yet today? Let me check in with you on your questions. It doesn't look like you do have any questions. Are you all so good at this already? Awesome. Okay, let's go on to the next thing. We would love to remind you to comment. We love it when people ask us questions. Even after the show is done going live, you can ask us questions and we try to be very responsive and answer them for you. And of course, any of you newbies that are joining us, you might have questions and we would be happy to help you, provide you with links to blogs or recipes to get you going. And we just want to welcome you to the Quick and Carry show and to the Instant Pot world. This is a wonderful group of people. You know, it's really quite amazing. One of the big Instant Pot recipe groups on Facebook is up over 650,000 people now. And the Instant Pot for Beginners or the Newbies group is over 30,000 people. And it's a pretty new list. So there's always someone available online to help you figure out how to use your Instant Pot. So please like and share. Ask us questions, and remember, next week we're going to do a giveaway on the show and give away one of our Instant Pot bags. So I want to talk about applesauce because for a new person, this is something delicious that you can't fail at making. There's no way to screw up making Instant Pot applesauce, and it's absolutely delicious. So what I did here in our office kitchen this morning is I brought in two kinds of apples. I have Macintosh and Ginger Gold, and I washed them in the sink, and then I brought my little chopper in from home. I love this, the slicer and the corer, and all you do is put all of this in the Instant Pot. I put 1/4 of a cup of water in. The reason you can get away with only 1/4 cup of water with this applesauce is because the sauce will very quickly, under pressure, the apples will release their juices and you'll be able to see that you don't need as much water with a recipe like this. So you're just going to put, I used 10 nice sized apples, and it came up to almost, when they were sliced like this, I left them peeled. It came up to almost the fill line on the inside of the insert of the Instant Pot. And I then threw in 3 Trader Joe's cinnamon sticks because that's what I had on hand in my cupboard. I put the lid on. I used manual 5 minutes at high pressure. I went back to my desk and did some work. And when I came back to the Quick and Carry kitchen, oh my gosh, it smelled so delicious in here. And I know that everybody can hardly wait for this to be out of the pot because it's so good. So I took the cinnamon sticks out of the pot, and then I used my trusty immersion blender that I brought from home, and you just give it a nice couple of whirs. Right in the pot, and you can decide, do you want to leave yours a little chunky? Do you want yours really, really soft? How do you like it in your family? You can decide if you want to use some other spices like nutmeg. You can sweeten it if you'd like. However, using Macintosh and the Ginger Gold, when I tasted it, it does not need one other thing. It is absolutely so delicious. So this recipe is 1/4 cup of water in the bottom of the pot, 3 pounds or about 10 or 11 large apples. I used 2 different kinds, and then 3 cinnamon sticks, and that's all it was. Manual pressure, hit the manual button and put it on 5, and away we went. And I used natural pressure release, so I knew that I could come back from my desk and it would be ready to go, and it would be absolutely delicious. So you can use different kinds of apples, and you can use different kinds of spices, and there are plenty of recipes out there. But here's the thing. What I want you to know is you cannot do this wrong. There's no way to do applesauce wrong in an Instant Pot. And if you don't like it, you've only spent a little bit of money on the apples, and you can try something different next time. Today is the first day of fall, and so here in northern Michigan, it's over 90 degrees on the first day of fall, so it doesn't really feel like a fall dish, but how perfect for you. Take it out of the boxers to start with something delicious and seasonal like applesauce. So I hope that you'll try it, because this is a great way to get to know your Instant Pot. It's an easy thing to fix. Your house will smell wonderful. It smells so good in here, and you can't fail. So I just want to be your encourager. Take it out of the box, use it. This is a wonderful kitchen tool. It helps you cook for your family. It helps you cook for a crowd. It's something that you can use 3 or 4 times in a row. If you have a lot of apples, dump this one out and start again. You don't want to fill it too full, and that is one of the only ways that you can hurt anything that you make in the Instant Pot, is by filling it too full. So there is a line on the insert of the pot itself that says fill line, and don't go above that with your apples or anything that you cook. But other than that, you cannot fail with applesauce, eggs, or potatoes. So if you're new to the Instant Pot, try one of these, and certainly applesauce is your friend on the first day of fall. So again, thank you for joining us here today, and please leave a comment or a question for us. Let us know what you'd like to see us cook next time. We have some wonderful ideas as we go through fall and get ready for Thanksgiving, and maybe make some holiday gifts using your Instant Pot. So those are some things for you to look forward to. And next week we will be doing a giveaway of one of our quick and carry bags. So make sure that you join us live next week, because it will be a live giveaway. So 2 o'clock next Friday afternoon, we'll be giving away a quick and carry bag and doing a new recipe for you. So thanks so much for joining us here at the Quick and Carry Kitchen. I'm Kristen Madreen, saying goodbye, and as Julia Child used to say, bon appetit.